All right, what we're doing today, or at least right now, is this is the fuel system I use in my derby cars, my carbureted cars. Got the Holley Mighty Max, Mini Max, whatever they call it, and this Evil Energy 10 micron fuel filter. So I ran it last year. So I ran it all summer and no issues, worked great. But it's got a removable filter. Now I'm not sure if I have to replace it or if I can clean it and or both or whatever, but to take it out, a big wrench. It's got 2 flat sides and some screws. It's got a spring and a rubber O-ring. So once that's out, then you got to get this filter out of here somehow. It's the first time I'm doing this, so we'll see how it goes. It doesn't want to come out that way. Maybe it unscrews. Find out here in a second. I don't know. Might have to take the whole filter off the fuel system rack here. I don't think it's coming out. I don't want to ruin it. I don't have to. Yeah, we're gonna take this off of here, so I gotta grab an Allen wrench and I'll be back. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go with the 6.5. Got this off of here. Take this clamp off. Or at least, yeah, I'll take it off. The screw's short. Set that up there. Now that's loose. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna end up taking actually this whole thing off because originally I built this with the hopes that I'd make a box out of it. So I got to get these pieces here bent up, and then it'll be a box. I'll cut out the spot for the fuel line and weld them together. Hopefully that works. My bender will do it. I gotta get some dies for the press yet. Let's see how it goes. So let's see how we're gonna do this. Let's take it off the should be able, in theory, twist the filter off of the fitting from the swivel. And these are all AN fittings I got from Evil Energy on Amazon. Great stuff. There's so many different fasteners or fittings, from AN to NPT to just everything, barbed fittings. Pretty much anything you need. You just got to go on there and look, and you got to figure out what's going to work best. I like swivel stuff because, you know, when you're taking this stuff off of your out of your car and moving it around the shop, putting it on the shelf, whatever, or just even putting it in there, you can tighten all this stuff up, and your hoses and stuff still swivel, so you can put them where you need them without having to loosen everything up, get it perfect, and tighten it up. So that's what this, I don't think it's swivel actually in the middle here, because that stuff doesn't need to swivel, but it does come off pretty easy, as we can see here. So now that's out. We'll set the pump aside, and that's basically the same thing that was on this end, just a a cap. This is all aluminum. Again, evil energy, spell it backwards. So now, let's take this off. One should know that. Not big enough for that one. Had to grab the one from the oxygen tank. Now, this might be hard to do now that it's and they do make a special wrench for these AN fittings. I didn't buy it. Oh, that's hard. Oh, there we go. Got her. So that comes off. Let me get in my face. There we go. See, oh, look at that. There actually is some dirt in there. You can see it in the light. And then, if you look in the filter as well, there's actually some stuff in there. So it's doing its job. All that would have been in my carburetor, plugging that bitch up. Now let's see how this comes off. I didn't want to pull too hard on it before because I didn't want it to break. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Oh, it does just pull off. Okay. But wow. Look at that. All of that stuff was in there. Stopped by the filter. That's cool. It's cool to see. Here's the inside. There's a coil in there. Now this feels like it's kind of an aluminum mesh. Micro mesh aluminum. 10 micron, maybe that's what that means. That's the type of aluminum screening they use for these. You can't see through it, but awesome. I'll clean that out. Probably some brake clean on it. There's no rubber, plastic. It's all metal. And then this, obviously, we can just spray that out too. I'll probably pull that O-ring off first. Brake clean isn't really good for rubber, so clean that up. Yeah. Give me a second. I'll grab some brake clean. Ooh, down to 1 can. Ain't good. And I got some shop towels too. I want to get my new bench dirty. And I grabbed just a little really soft haired bristle brush. I don't know if we'll need it, but it might help getting some of that stuff out of there. So hopefully I don't get any of this on my phone. But I don't know if I've seen anybody online talk about these. I didn't really know about them until last year. Maybe I heard about them a little bit before that. But, there's nothing worse than bad fuel, contaminated fuel. I run carburetors, so I mean, even with EFI carburetors, you don't want this stuff in your injectors. I mean, the injector holes are tiny. Can you imagine getting that in there and then wondering why your car don't run? Always run a filter. You don't have to run a 10 micron filter. I mean, you can use the ones from, you know, O'Reilly's or any other parts store or wherever. But any filter is better than none. Because even if you got a clean tank, which how many of us actually do that? Clean out their fuel cells. I mean, it's a thing. Maybe I should. But first thing that comes out, right into that. No worries. It won't clog up your pump, it won't clog up your injectors, your carburetor, and you can clean it out. Doesn't take very much. So, spray a little carb cleaner on her. Brake clean, whatever you want to use. Oh, look at that, it just comes right out. You can see that. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. I mean, you use race cans, fuel cans, you know, whatever you keep your fuel in. I mean, I got a big racing jug that I use. Probably should clean that out more often. And then you don't, so that's gonna help. Let's see if I can't knock this over now. Now this is what I put in my demolition derby car. This will go for anything that has a fuel system in it. Race car, drag car, truck. Things like that. Drift car. Anything nowadays. There's so many things out there. Obviously, you're not going to put it in your EV car. We don't like those anyway. But there's just so much stuff came out of there. Look at this. Whatever that is, that just came out. But there's some dirt and rust and all sorts of stuff in there. So, I'm going to clean this out a little bit better over the garbage. Wasn't horrible, but I like to know that at least that's something when I'm trying to diagnose why my car might not be running right, that I know I clean this out. There's no issues with the filter. And then with that, as long as the pump's working and it's got enough PSI coming out of it, which is 4 to 7, I mean, you're not going to have issues if you got a clean fuel system and plenty of fuel coming out. So, I'm going to blow this out with the air hose, clean the tubes out. The tube and the cap is cleaned out. We'll be right back. Yeah, I know my hose leaks. There's too much pressure going to it. That's probably loud. Is that loud? Yeah. Blow that out a little bit. Shit came out of that too. Looks like the bottom of the old mag lights, flashlights. Plug that thing. Alright, let's see if we can put this back together. Alright, so now this filter goes, there's a rubber ring in there that goes around that, and there's a recessed part in there for the rubber ring to seal into, so slip that back in there, hopefully. Goes in there easy. Do a little twisty push. There we go. It's in there good. Now the fuel goes that way. So we want to make sure that the cap, the silver part, goes in that way. So when the fuel comes in, it goes through the filter, then inside, and then to your pump. So put that back on. Put that back on. Tighten it up. Overcompensating here. Tighten that good. And then, yeah, I mean, you just gotta put it all back together. I'm gonna take this all off of here so I can bend up my fuel box. But you guys get the picture, I think. Oh, you know what I forgot? Don't forget to put your O-ring back in. That will cause issues. Now I gotta take this back off again. There we go. Alright, roll that back on. And put it back on. Tighten that back up. And then on this end, the spring, kind of like a battery, kind of like a flashlight. The bottom of the battery, the flat part, that's where the spring goes. That's how I'll remember it. It's a good way to, and seal the ring, O-ring. It's on there. So now we have a clean micron filter ready to go. That's it. I'm gonna put this back together once I get my box bent and get it back in the car. Thank you.